If you've been looking for one of the most family-friendly neighborhoods in all of East Wichita, then you clicked on the right video. Today, we're gonna take a deep dive into Tallgrass East, which is a quiet, established neighborhood that's known for all of its amazing amenities like pickleball and tennis courts. It has a community pool, playground, sand volleyball, scenic walking paths that go all throughout the neighborhood, and even a couple more ball fields that the kids can enjoy. And my wife and I, we live just a couple minutes from here. We have lots of families that live here as well, and we love coming here and enjoying all of the amenities with our friends. And what's funny is there's actually a ton of realtors who live in the neighborhood, which is a really good sign because they're looking at houses all over the city every day, and they chose to live in Tallgrass East. So take that for whatever it's worth. But what makes Tallgrass East so special, and why do the homes sell so fast, and what does it actually look like to live here on a day-to-day basis? Stick around because later in this video, I'm gonna give you an exclusive walkthrough of one of my brand new listings here that's on Mainsgate Circle, and trust me, you're gonna wanna see how far your money goes in a neighborhood like this. All right, so let's kick off things with a quick look at where Tallgrass sits in the city and how it all got started. Okay, so when you think about Northeast Wichita today, it's hard to imagine that this whole area used to be nothing but farmland. And back in the early 1980s, the original Tallgrass community started taking shape around the Tallgrass Country Club, which became one of Wichita's most well-known golf courses. And as Wichita kept growing east, developers began expanding that vision into what's now Tallgrass East. And most of these homes were built in the late 80s and early 90s, and it quickly became one of the city's first true master plan neighborhoods. And I remember driving through here as a kid when it was brand new and seeing all these curving streets with big two-story homes that felt totally different from what you saw on the older parts of town. And over the years, the area has filled in with everything families could want, like Bradley Fair, the waterfront, Greenwich Place, and easy access to K96, which has turned this pocket of Wichita into one of the most convenient places to live. But today, Tallgrass East still holds on to that same charm that it had decades ago. There's mature trees, there's lots of pride of ownership, and the homes hold their value. And it's the kind of neighborhood that helped set the standard for what Northeast Wichita living looks like today. So Tallgrass East was built around the idea of community. You don't just live here, you get to be a part of something that actually feels like a neighborhood. And on any given evening, you're gonna see a lot of people walking their dogs, kids riding bikes down the cul-de-sacs, and families heading to the pool or the playground area. And the HOA does a really great job of keeping everything well maintained, from the tennis and pickleball courts to the sand volleyball area, and even a baseball diamond that gets plenty of use in the summers. And there's also a pretty new big open pavilion area and clubhouse where neighbors can host birthday parties, cookouts, and community gatherings throughout the year. There's also community walking trails that wind through the entire neighborhood and connect right behind many of the homes. So it's really easy to take a quick stroll or hop on your bike and go for a ride. And what's amazing is that all of this only costs about 60 to 70 bucks a month for the HOA, which is pretty incredible when you consider all the things that you get. You really get that sense of an active, connective lifestyle here, and it's one where it's really easy to meet your neighbors. You can let your kids play outside, and you feel like you're part of a community that looks out for each other. And if you've got kids, the schools around this area are one of the biggest draws for families. The neighborhood feeds into Minnehaha Elementary, which has a really strong reputation in Wichita for its hands-on curriculum and focus on academics. It's the kind of school where teachers know the parents and the kids actually look forward to going. And from there, students typically go on to Coleman Middle School and Southeast High, both of which have seen really big improvements in recent years thanks to district investments and new facilities. And being right here in Northeast Wichita also means you're close to a ton of private school options like Wichita Collegiate, Trinity, and Independent, which are all within about a 10-minute drive. And for a lot of parents that I work with, that flexibility is a really big deal because they can choose what fits their kids best without giving up the convenience of living in Northeast Wichita. And beyond the schools, what really makes this area stand out is just how family-oriented it feels. You're gonna see a lot of strollers on the sidewalks, little league games at the neighborhood field, and families gathering at the pool in the summer. It's really got that classic community feel that's getting really hard to find in new developments these days. And when it comes to the homes in Tallgrass East, you're gonna find a really nice mix of character with a lot of updates. Most of the homes were built in the late 80s and early 90s, which means you get a lot of solid construction, but mature landscaping at this point and layouts that still make sense for modern families. And a lot of homeowners here have done some major renovations, thinking like open up the kitchens, updating the flooring, and finishing basements that are now perfect for entertaining or movie nights. You're gonna see a lot of traditional two-story and ranch-style homes in Tallgrass East, many with brick and wood accents and big shady backyards. And the price range usually runs from the $300,000s, and now some are pushing above the $400,000 range, and it just depends on the size and the updates that they've had, with an average around, I would say, in the mid-300s. But what's interesting is just how well these homes have held their value over time. Even when the market cools off a bit, houses here tend to move fast because the demand nearly never goes away. And like I said before, several realtors actually live in this neighborhood themselves, which kind of says a lot. Because when those people that are looking at homes every day all over Wichita choose to live here, you know it's a great place to invest. Okay, let's move on to the nearby amenities that you can expect if you live here. So one of the biggest advantages of living in Tallgrass East is just how close you are to everything. You can hop on K96 in about 2 minutes, which makes getting anywhere in Wichita super easy, like downtown, Andover, or even going over to the west side. And right up the street, you've got Bradley Fair, which is full of local restaurants, boutique shops, and that big pond where they host concerts and even events all summer long. And just to the south, you've got the waterfront with high-end restaurants like Chester's, Abuelo's, and P.F. Chang's, and there's also some upscale shopping in the area. And then just to the east, you've got Greenwich Place, which has everything from Topgolf and the Wichita Sports Forum to Dave & Buster's and the local REI. So whether it's a date night, a family outing, or just running errands, you're really never more than 10 to 15 minutes from just about anything that you could need. And if you love being outdoors, the Chisholm Creek Park and the Great Plains Nature Center are right around the corner, offering walking trails, wildlife, and some of the prettiest scenery in the entire city. So that's what makes this place so special. It's got the convenience of city living, but it still feels quiet, safe, and tucked away. All right, so this is my new listing. It's at 10106 East Mainsgate Circle. It's at the end of a cul-de-sac here. I'm gonna give you a full tour and kind of walk you through it. So on the front, you've got manicured lawn, nice mature landscaping, a lot of nice accents from the brick and the wood. We'll walk up to the home here. All right, so when you come in, you've got these really tall ceilings. You'll walk into this big open living space. What kind of is the center point is this two-way fireplace. So brick fireplace opens up to the kitchen on the other side. I also like these open shelves over here. But you've also got these massive windows letting in a lot of natural light. You can peek out into the backyard. There's lots of trees and this really big back deck that I'm gonna show you. Turning around this way, this is your formal dining space. And so this is where you can put your larger table. There's also a dining space in the kitchen I'll show you, but more windows. It opens up that side of the home as well. But let's move on to the kitchen. And you'll notice that they've got this new luxury vinyl plank flooring throughout most of the main level, minus the bedrooms, which makes it really easy to clean up. Okay, so now we're in the kitchen space. So the kitchen, tons of countertop and cabinet space. You've got this island with the little eating bar, new quartz countertops, new updated fixtures, lighting and plumbing, all the good stuff, new backsplash. We'll turn around here, and this is the other little dining space I mentioned. So this is probably where you'll eat most of your meals that aren't like formal. Just hanging out here, and they're surrounded by a bank of windows. And then the two-way fireplace here, like I said, opens up to the other side. It separates the spaces, but it still feels open enough where most modern people are looking for. So this goes out to the back deck. We'll take you out there here in a minute. But let's head over to the bedrooms. All right, this goes downstairs. We'll head down there here soon. But on this side of the home, you've got a full hall bathroom that we'll show you. And then there are two front bedrooms on this side of the house. So you've got new carpet in here, fresh paint everywhere, ceiling fans in the bedrooms, which is always nice. This one's pretty similar setup. I'm not gonna go in there. And then you've got the large primary bedroom suite. So this room, obviously much larger. The windows go off to the back of the home and it's very private. I can't see hardly any of the neighbors' houses back there because of all the trees. And then this door goes out to the deck, so you've got your own private exit that way. And then heading into the master suite. So you have two split vanities and then a big corner tub with new tile surround and some windows. Like I said, it's pretty private. I'd probably put some shades on those just to be more private. Then we got a new walk-in shower with a curb, all new tile, and then a big walk-in closet behind me. Also have a private water closet with the toilet in there. Not gonna show you in there, but it's in there. Okay, let's head downstairs and then we'll go outside. I think you're gonna like the outside a lot because it's got two things that I think are really interesting, but I'll show you in a second. All right, as we come down here, you're gonna see there's just a massive living space and then a familiar fireplace because this is another full brick fireplace that's two-way and it kind of separates the two spaces because this is just massive and a little too big without that. Again, we have a bunch of big windows and you're seeing one of my favorite things about this outside. I'm not sure if it's showing up on the camera right now, but they have this huge walkout pit. That door for that is over on this side. We'll just show you how big this space is over here. So you could separate it. I'm thinking this side would be really good for maybe like a pool table or something. And then this would be more of the living space because it has the natural light from the windows, but do whatever you want. And then down here, there is an additional bedroom and full hall bathroom. And then there's a bonus room I'm gonna show you as well. So this conforming bedroom has the egress. It's humongous in here, I don't know if you can tell, but it's got 2 closets. And then I need to show you the bonus space. So it's a 4-bedroom home, but it has a 5th non-conforming space that has a closet, it just doesn't have egress. So that's in here. So use it for wherever you want, an office, guest bedroom, just can't call it a formal bedroom because it doesn't have the egress. And then this house has still quite a bit of storage because in here, this is your unfinished space. They've got some built-in shelving already, which is really nice, makes it easy for storage. And then your utilities are actually in this unfinished area. I'm not gonna show you in there right now. Okay, let's go upstairs, we'll go out on the deck, and then we'll look at the backyard. So now I'm gonna show you one of my favorite parts about this house, and that is this huge deck off of the backside. So, I don't know if you can tell, but this is a massive deck. And so that's that door from the primary bedroom I was showing you. And you have all these trees, which Tallgrass East is really pretty right now because they have tons of mature trees and they're falling down right now. They're turning colors. It's really pretty. And then actually down here, I don't know if you can tell, but there's one of those walking paths that goes through the neighborhoods and it goes through to all of the community amenities. So we'll head down here. This might be a good spot to peek because this side yard is actually the fenced portion. So it has the wrought iron fence with some gates. So that's gonna be perfect for some pets. And then this lawn goes to that fence over there, kind of backs to the walking trail. And then down here is the walkout pit from the basement. So that was that door I showed you, but this is a massive walkout pit. You could easily fit like 4 hot tubs in here. I don't know why you would, but the space is here and it's covered by the deck above. So this is really usable space when it's hot in the summer. You can hang out down here. It's very private and you'll be in the shade. So I think that's really cool. But there you go. That's a full walkthrough of my new listing here at 10106 East Mainsgate Circle here in Tallgrass East. This is one of the most updated homes, I would say, in the neighborhood, and it's the newest listing. So it's really exciting. If you have questions, please reach out to me. So there you have it. That is Tallgrass East in a nutshell. It's one of those rare neighborhoods that still feels like a true community. It's really family friendly, it's active, and it's the perfect spot to enjoy everything Northeast Wichita has to offer. And homes here don't come on the market very often, and when they do, they usually move pretty fast. So if you'd like to take a closer look at the home I have listed here on Mainsgate Circle, or you just want to get a feel for what it's like to live in this part of town, I'd love to show you around. You can find all of my contact info in the description below, and maybe it's on the screen here somewhere. Feel free to reach out to me anytime, and I'm happy to answer any of your questions. And if you're just thinking about relocating to Wichita or moving around in the city, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to be your real estate resource of choice. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.